I saw this question that was posted online.
Development community, as we've mentioned, is amazing. If you're getting started and you're asking yourself what language did I choose,
would you create a new anything with PHP?
We don't really have a direction. We have an idea.
I think the difference between the passionate or talented programmer and the one that just gets the education is the guy that goes home after the education is done and continues. So today we're just going to do a special on the WikiLeaks with the CIA documents containing millions of lines of code to basically take over the world. What happened was a bunch of hackers were, unauthorized, but still taking their code and sharing it with other government agencies. And one hacker got a hold of it and leaked the information. And as of right now, they are saying they have the information. I'm not sure what they've exactly released, but I know it's big, but they're trying to figure out how to release the information without it just, going into the wrong hands and being able to be redistributed for, attacks and stuff like that. So if you're someone who likes this kind of information, you probably already had a feeling since like 2010 that, or even before that, it depends on when you got an attack, and I think that this shows that, whether it's, since 2014 or, 2012, that there's been an issue, and it's been, the CIA and all these government agencies having free reign over whatever the fuck they wanted, and nobody has any checks and balances. They're so worried about controlling the internet, but we're letting the same people, control the internet that are inadvertently taking control of whatever they want through your phones, through your cars. One of the information was flat out, if you have the internet connected to your car, you can die. They can make you die. They can make that. It's horrible. The type of shit that you'd think a terrorist would make up, but it's in our own backyard. And I'm not, comparing CIA to terrorists or anything like that. It's just, we hire these kids from school, and fresh out, government snaps them. They don't have any real world experience. They don't have life experience. They say, come work for the government, whatever, 100 grand, 200 grand. Not that bad, not that great. You could probably make more, but you get to build whatever you want. I mean, that's a guarantee for these kids that you get to work and do whatever your heart desires, whatever you think that could be impossible, we want you to make it. We want you to work with these great-minded people. So all these kids that could be, Fortune 500 and, millionaires and go work for Google and stuff like that. Instead, they get plucked out before they even have any real options because they get this carrot in front of them that says, you want to build whatever you want? Do you want to, you want to break into a phone without anybody knowing? You want to make a TV seem like it's turned off when it's really not, listening on conversations of terrorists and stuff? What do you think happens from there? You tell these kids, I don't think these kids are in the CIA and stuff like that, being hackers, probably cool as shit. I don't think they're in there having their bosses like, now we need to spy on the American people. No, they're getting told you're building this device so we can spy on the Samsung TV over in Iran or, Afghanistan, wherever we're fighting or trying to spy on. But then, as soon as it's out of their hands, it's over, right? They move on to the next project. Meanwhile, you got the head manager and shit like, all right, come here, Samsung or, whatever TV. Let's put this in your code and let us listen to all the American people and what they have to say. Because even if you think the court of law is going to make it inadmissible or anything, what's that to say? Okay, we just fished. We found out that this guy's doing something bad for his TV. Now let's pay attention to him. Oh, we heard this bad conversation. Well, that's inadmissible. Well, now let's go build something around this inadmissible evidence to make it admissible. And that is the problem. I think it's bigger than that. You can kill people with Jeeps. That's a big thing on the internet right now. And I think people know how to protect themselves. And Quincy Larson, big advocate. I love him, Free Code Camp. He has an article out right now. Tells you, use Tor. Use the Onion Router. Use, Orfox and Orbot to, on your phone so you can just browse the internet privately. Put a fucking Post-it over your cam. Don't talk around your TV. Check to make sure your modes are out. There's shit right now where there's a mode where it's fake off, where your TV's not really off and your fucking LED light turns off, but people can hear what you're saying. And that's crazy. And what do we do about it? Nothing. What do we do as a people? Same shit with, I heard everybody bitching about Trump getting president. What'd you do about it? You didn't go out there and vote. You didn't go out there and get your senators. There's a big leak going around right now with the internet bill where they can use internet traffic and send that private data out there with marketing and stuff. I got the email. I signed up for it. I called my senator. Did you? Like, I'm not trying to say, hey, go do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, if you're watching this video, I'm hoping you already take at least, you know, measures of, you know, checking out your webcam or using a virtual private network or, you know, fighting a little bit for freedom, even though we can't do much as individuals. But as a whole, you know, we could really raise some power in this. This is really personal on my half, and I apologize for this video. It is supposed to be news, but my rant is sound. Like, the CIA just had millions of lines of code that can affect our country. Screw the world, which is supposed to be used on. It can affect our country. So what does WikiLeaks do? As much as everybody thinks it's bullshit that they, you know, allow the public to see this stuff, the problem is the government's keeping it from us, that they're spying on us. They're building shit specifically made to hurt us. We need to find some type of medium. Here's the problem, right? I can sit here and bitch about it all day. It's too late. Like, honestly, it's 2017, and we just had all this shit. It makes you think, if we leaked this much code, what other sector did we not leak? Can you believe that the government right now is going, thank God that didn't get leaked. Thank God this didn't get leaked, you know. Thank God they don't know we're bugging couches and chairs yet, you know. Like, that's how far this has gotten to where we're too late. And if you care anything about, the big thing I got is people say they don't, you know, it doesn't affect me. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Doesn't affect, well, you know what? I'm a law-abiding citizen. I sit in my home fucking, you know, 18 hours out of the day on the computer coding. Like, that doesn't mean that they couldn't be like, oh, we need a scapegoat. All right, let's get Nick. Let's, you know, we can have this say this, and we'll make him a scapegoat, and we have all this information surrounding it because we bugged his house pre-ready, so we can just go and say, hey, manipulate this data however we want and make him a fuck. Like, that's real right there, where you don't have to be a criminal to take it out. You know, you don't think that in this American society that, you know, all this internet, and I know I'm getting real serious here, but it's true. If you're not taking basic steps, you know, don't use your incognito move. Use something like DuckDuckGo, or use some type of site that's more secure. You don't have private browsing. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? And you think it's not that real until it is. You know, it's always your neighbor that's hurt. It's never you. Well, what about when it's you, and you knowingly knew you could just take a simple extra couple steps, encrypt your hard drive, you know? But why, I don't get why we're still in this age of it's okay to let everything be flopsy-turvy. Let's go back a notch. Let's just say, okay, it's not you, you're a law-abiding citizen. I don't need to encrypt my hard drive. I don't need to use private browsing data. Well, then the hackers, when you get hacked and you're like, fuck, my credit card's, I'm in debt up my ass, my bank just got rolled out. Don't sit there and say, woe is me, when it's been in the public eye for years now that nothing's safe and you should take extra steps. Private messaging, not using password managers. If you're not using any of this stuff and you get, you know, your bank wiped out, you get extra charges on your credit card or any of that small stuff, don't sit there and bitch when there's a million people out there saying, go private, go secure, go encrypted. It takes 5 seconds. Tons of articles out there on saying, hey, it takes 2 seconds to do this. Use Signal as a messaging app instead of using, you know, your public phone line or your public text agency. All that data is not private. It never will be. And, you know, it just goes to show the way they're breaking into Androids and Apple and iPhone wants to say, you know, oh, you know, no one can hack our stuff with encrypted. Fuck that. Why would you trust someone else when you can just take the steps in your own 5 minutes? You say, all right, I don't have to be a geek. The shit's one button click, or I can just read this quick article. I don't know. So, CIA has been doing way more than they should be. It's out there. I think us as a whole, as a tech community, even as a non-tech community, if you even have an inkling of, holy shit, this feels foul, like, I'd stop watching this video right now and start encrypting your data. Start looking for that Signal messaging service, even though they say, oh, there's ways it can be broken into. Any extra layer of security on common public citizens' behest is going to be good. You know what I'm saying? If it's your, you know, older, whatever, you know, grandma and grandpa, who cares? Just do it. Practice is way better than actually letting it happen and then being like, shit, you know, how'd they get my grandpa because he doesn't know how to use a computer? Well, don't be a dick. Go over there and encrypt it for him. Go over there and teach him why. We're in a day and age where this shit matters. Yeah, so WikiLeaks, CIA, shit's crazy out there. But I mean, seriously, I bet there's a lot of us out there going, "Oh, we knew, told you so. Don't sit there and act stupid now." And there's probably still people out there that are like, "Still doesn't matter." Well, when it happens to you, don't sit there crying. You know what I mean? Because our own backyard is right now spying on us, and it's legit. And you can only cry wolf so many times before it turns into an issue of what could I have done. So I don't know. This is Nick, Tech Uncensored. You can check out my other videos. Please hit the subscribe button.